Hello, my darlings. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. I'm sorry, this is a Banksy's quickie, but it's not a lunchtime quickie. This is a evening quickie because I didn't get a chance this lunchtime to do a quickie, and I didn't even do one yesterday. So it is what it is, kids. We'll move on. Sometimes you get time, sometimes you don't. So that's how it is. Okay. So let's just get right into it, because I don't want this to be a long one. I want it to be actually very quick, and hopefully within a few minutes I will end it, and then I will start another stream for 1 hour precisely from I guess, I don't know, 6 to 6:30. It'll be only an hour stream. If anybody wants to come on, feel free to jump on to it, because I just want to do a quick conversation about this situation. If anybody wants it, jump on. If they don't, then I will what's it called? I will just end it very quickly. If anybody wants to talk about it. So this will be after this video. I will start a new stream for discussing the feminism of Ukraine, or where are the feminists in Ukraine, actually, is what we should be focused on. So anyway, let's move on real fast. Okay, what are we talking about real quick? Yeah, the feminists. Now, as you can see, this headline, this is not new. I wanted to actually do this on Monday, or actually maybe Sunday, I don't know, but anyway, here we are. So yeah, Ukrainian males aged 18 to 60 are banned from leaving the country, Zelensky says in new declaration. Why not the women? Why not women between the ages of 18 to 60? Aren't women the same as men? Can't women do the same things as men? Isn't it funny how feminism gets flushed down the toilet the second a war breaks out? Where are the feminists? Where are the feminists? Excuse me, hello. Deafening silence from feminists. Hello, feminists. Where are you? And here's a Dr. Laura. What's her name? Laurie Dano. I don't know, I can't pronounce this name, it's massive, but yeah, it's the comment below is: Ukrainian men aged 18 to 60 are told to stay, fight for their country. Can you imagine the reaction of American men? Putting on a mask to protect their grandma was a bridge too far. That's a Lily. We're in deep shit if you think American men will protect us. No, you're feminists, right? You can pick up a rifle and you can fucking defend yourselves. Who says us men have to protect you anymore? Oh, you suddenly you're not a feminist anymore. You're not the same as a man anymore. You know, this is exactly what Bill Barr said about, you get one of those feminists with those short haircuts, which, by the way, Dr. Laurie seems to have, and as soon as a fire breaks out, as soon as a war breaks out, they'll weave those into little pigtails and go, I'm just a little girl. I can't do anything. I'm just a woman. Help. Save me. Huh? What happened? Oh, we're in deep shit if American men will protect us. You don't need protecting, do you, Miss Feminist? You're a doctor, right? You managed to get enough opportunities in America to actually become a doctor. Why should you want to have a man? Isn't that part of toxic masculinity, that we expect men to protect women? I thought that was all toxic and shit. What happened? Here's your feminists in Ukrainian feminists. Except these Ukrainian feminists are conveniently located in Manhattan, New York. They're not in Russia, though. These feminists will stick their tits out in the middle of Manhattan, but they're not picking up a rifle. No rifles for these feminists. Just ripping up flags and holding up signs. No feminists to be found in Ukraine right now. No feminists to be found in Kiev. Gee, I wonder why. No feminists screaming about how unfair it is. Only men between ages of 18 and 60 get to be banned from leaving the country. I thought the feminists would want to stand and fight shoulder to shoulder with the men, right? Fine looking pair of feminists. Yes, yeah. There was I had to censor it mostly for YouTube. But yeah, I still see I don't see feminists screaming and shouting in Kiev. I do see them in Manhattan. They're definitely in Manhattan, where it's thousands of miles away and perfectly safe, but none of them in Kiev. Gee, I wonder why. And here's a take actually from Lawrence Southern, actually around the same thing, which is quite interesting. Listen to this.
Have you not seen the memes where people are like, hey, you're a fascist, you're a bigot, you're a white male, we hate you, and then, hey man, come and go to war with Russia with us, and they're like, no, F you, right. I hope you die.
Yeah,
like they're like, I hate this country now, I hope.
Yeah, that's because of 70 years of feminism and bullshit. Why do you expect a modern man to come and fight and die for his country for? What have you offered them? What have you got for them so that they can come back and be called toxic masculine bastards, so that they can be bashed over their head, so they can be called transphobes because they don't find trans women attractive? Actually, go and get some of your trans friends. I mean, I know Lawrence Southern is not one of those anyway. I mean, she's definitely not up for this trans bullshit. But let's get these trans people to go and fight a war. Actually, this just says males. What happens if a man doesn't identify as a binary man? Here's the thing. They didn't include trans men in this, or trans women, transitioning people, non-binaries. This is a very, very transphobic message, where in Ukraine they only banned men from leaving Ukraine, not non-binary. How about, what if somebody identifies as a non-binary? Can they leave? That would be amazing. Putin, 1 GAE 0. Oh, I see. As far as the thing, yeah, Russians are gonna have a field day with the Ukrainian women. Actually, no, most of the Ukrainian women are gonna leave, and besides, Ukrainian women are almost identical looking to Russian women, so I don't think the Russians are gonna make a huge leap there. It's not like they're having, they're going into a country that their genetic pool is different. But either way, I wonder if you can actually identify as a trans individual and then leave Ukraine. It's like, I'm not a man, you bigoted bastard. I identify as a je. Please refer to my pronouns. Oh, that would be perfect. A whole bunch of just blokes just dressed up with high heels and skirts and just rock up to the border. I'm a je. I would like to be referred to as they, them. So I'm not a man of 18 to 60. I'm a non-binary gender queer person, and I don't identify as a male. So I'm gonna have to leave now because there are fucking bombs coming. Oh, that would be fucking perfect. That would be the icing on the cake if just a crew of non-binary people rock up to the border and demand to leave, and they're all men, but they're not men because they don't identify as men. Zelensky should have been more specific. I think he should have been more specific in the way of, if you have a rock hard penis, if you've got one swing in between your legs, you ain't leaving. I don't care whether you identify as a fucking purple unicorn with polka dots. You ain't fucking leaving, because those cock and balls down there tell me you ain't leaving. That would be fucking brilliant. That would be brilliant if we had a bunch of gender fucking non-specific people. Non-gender, non-binary. I wish to leave Ukraine because there's a Russian tank about to put its nose up my ass. But yeah, now the feminists are complaining. Now those hard-nosed fucking male chauvinist pig toxic masculinity, oh, it's all about the American men will never protect us. Will never protect us. No, they fucking won't. And you don't deserve their protection. You don't deserve it because you didn't earn it. You slap them down. You spit in their face. You with every facet of popular media, you shit all over heterosexual men. Those very men that built the security in the world around you. You shit and spit at them, and now you expect them to come and save you. Well, they won't. They won't come and save you, and they don't, and you don't deserve to be saved. More importantly, you don't deserve it. Go and fucking kiss at the altar of your fucking feminism and see if that will save you. Go and see if your genderqueer non-binary friends will save you. Go ask them to come and save you. Because the men are cashing out. The men are walking off the fucking plantation, and good for every man who does. I mean, to be honest, for me, it's a mere preservation or the protection of my family. I'm not out to save the fucking feminists. If I have to fight, if I have to do any of this, if this goes to that extent, which it never will, but if it ever did in a hypothetical scenario, yeah, I would do it for my mother, and I would do it for my family, for my brothers and my nephew. But I'm not doing it for these fucking feminists. So fuck these feminists. In fact, I want one of these. I want every time I go to the fucking front line, I'm gonna drag one of these fucking Karen looking feminist motherfuckers by their fucking hair, and I'm gonna plant them in that foxhole next to me. I'm like, here's a fucking rifle, bitch. Now point it over there and shoot. I will insist upon a feminist to be next to me in every foxhole. Because there is no fucking way I'm going into a foxhole without a feminist next to me. Yeah, you're all the same, right? You're gonna fight, you're gonna fucking die. That's how it is. Let's see you fucking pretend you're on your period now. Anyway, that's all I have. I'm just going to play this little clip by a guy called Coach Red Pill, although he's a bit of a douchebag himself, but he is in Ukraine, and this might be quite interesting to have, and I'm going to just finish it off with this.
So, it's about 9 a.m. on Monday, February 28th, 2022. As you can see, that's the VIP club of the Premier Palace Hotel. I'm walking down to Krashatik, and I'm going to the supermarket to get some food. They've announced that it's okay to go to supermarkets and pharmacies. The problem that we're having is that because of the weapons that the Zelensky regime handed out willy-nilly in the last few days, a lot of criminals have these military-grade weapons, quite frankly. And so there's been robberies, there's been looting, there's been rapes, there's been all kinds of havoc because of these criminals. And it's known for a fact that these a lot of the shooting that went on last night in Kiev had nothing to do with the Russians. The Russians were 10 kilometers or more away from these shootings, so it was clearly probably gang-related, gang settling scores, and shooting one another. That's something that the Western media is not talking about, of how the Zelensky regime, by handing out weapons, has basically given weapons to all the criminal elements in the city. And the criminal elements in the city are, first of all, figuring out their dominance hierarchy and this anarchy that the government has created. And soon enough, once that's settled, they'll start targeting the civilians. That's what the Zelensky regime has done, okay? So let's not pretend otherwise. These people have they are creating chaos in Ukraine in the name of, the people fighting against the Russians. It's absurd. It's irresponsible, and it will only hurt the Ukrainian people. And I've come to the conclusion that the Zelensky regime is evil. And I live in Ukraine. I have Ukrainian family members. I think that the Ukrainian people are a brave, gentle, and wonderful people. But at this time, I think that the Zelensky regime has gone insane and should be Anyway, for those people, there have been some people who've claimed that I'm lying about being in Ukraine. As you can see, this is Kreshchatyk Avenue. I'm standing right in the middle of it. This is probably a first in history. I'm standing right in the middle of Kreshchatyk Avenue, and you can see in the distance everything. And so anyway, I'm sorry if I sound a little frazzled, but I'm actually worried about getting shot, man. Not shot by the Russians or shot by the Ukrainian army, but shot by fucking criminals that the Zelensky regime has armed here in Kiev. Dude, I'm so fucking angry, man. These fuckers are creating chaos. And this will not stop the Russians. That's the thing. It will only cause the death of civilians. The death and suffering of civilians so that Zelensky can have a fucking photo op. That's what's going on.
Okay. Okay, guys. This is some of the things you're going to be able to find on Speaker's Corner Online. That's where I got this clip from. So go over to Speaker's Corner Online and get yourself get yourself logged in, because there are some pretty cool stuff out there. I myself upload relatively often. Try to put some crazy stuff on like this. This is quite funny, actually.
In Ukrainian, about how brave and heroic is Ukrainian to protect our soil, to protect our future, to protect our freedom and our democracy. We are in the center of Kiev. We are here to protect Ukraine, and the Russian position is about a little bit more than 2 kilometers from here. This is very difficult.
You guys saw that, right? The guy dropped he went to grab his gun and his clip just dropped.
We are in the center of Kiev.
Holy shit. These are the guys ready to defend. I think Ukraine is fucked. Anyway, thanks guys. Thanks all for showing up. I'm going to do a stream immediately after this. So I'm going to start another stream, but this one's going to be longer, for maybe an hour long, just to get some conversation about some of the stuff in the feminists, etc., etc. So stay tuned. I will start another stream immediately after this. But for now, peace.